Hey guys, it's Young Wealth. Now today we're gonna make a video on Zbcn. As you can see, the price point of Zbcn in the past hour past 24 hours is 3.72% down, which is not the best. But when we check the charts, it's still respecting the support line, and I do believe we regain above the support line. We do regain above the support and go to the upside, but it's gonna take a long while. Like setups like this where it's choppy and it's up and down, choppy up and down. Sometimes the setups take a lot longer than they normally do. At the end of the day, Zebec is a token that you should hold long term anyway, so you shouldn't have a problem with it going this low. But I do feel like this could be a bottom. This could be a great buy zone. So let me put great buy zone. Great buy zone. Put here. Turn this color. This is definitely a great buy zone. This level here. But the reason I say that is because every time we've tapped this level, as you can see in the past, every time we've tapped this level over here, we've made a bounce back, bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. And hopefully this will be the next bounce back. But this bounce back is special, right? Because I'll show this out. This bounce back is special because we're in a descending flag pattern right here. If we could bounce back here, the retest of this trend line gets a lot more easier because it's at a lower target. And if we can retest this trend line, surpass the trend line, we can be looking at impulsive moves to the upside, in my humble opinion. Impulsive moves to the upside. If you just stay above the 35 range, we can see very big moves to the upside. I'm talking like 50 range, 52, where the resistance is. This is a big resistance here. We had a double top right here. We tried to retest it, we didn't have the engine. But over here is where we want to get. We want to get to the 50 mark. Like, that'd be beautiful. And if you have 400,000, like I do, I'm a bit more in other coins, but if you have 400,000 like I do, right, at 50 cents or fraction of 5 cents range, you're looking at you're looking at $2,000 worth of this token. Now, I'm also gonna lock some of my Zbcn in a staking hold, just so I can make the extra money, the extra amount of Zbcn every month. Because I feel like this token could take off next year. It might be too late for it to go this year, but we do have October, November, December, or November, December left. We have 2 more months left in this year, which is crazy just to think about because it seems like this year's gone very fast. That's why you have to stay disciplined and stay focused, because without focus or drive, none of this really matters, is it? Without drive, none of this really matters. It's like you can't just be sat around in bed waiting for it to explode in price point. You need to say, you know what, I need a new side hustle. I need a side hustle that gets me more Zbcn. And more Zbcn is the better, because I feel like 400,000 is ideal. Now we're gonna get the calculator out, right? And if I go 400,000 times, let's say 15 cents, which is possible, that's 60,000 right there. Times it by 30 cents, or times it by 2, that's 120,000. So 30 cents will give you 120,000 Zbcn in dollars at 400,000 ownership mark. Now, what I always love to say to people is you never stop investing. What I always love to say to people, what I always love to say to people is that investing does not stop. Investing does not stop. If there's chances to buy this low, I'll buy this low for a year straight. I don't care. I'll buy this low for a year straight. I don't care. Because I feel like the biggest bottom we have is a 2.7 range. Let me just go out to let me zoom out a bit and go to let's go to the day. And if I just compare this, drag it out a bit. I feel like the biggest bottom range we have is over here, which was around the 2.5 to 2.7 range, right? Now if we go there, I'm gonna have money on the sideline ready to buy the next dip because I doubt we go there. I'm hoping we stay in this triangle. I'm hoping we stay in this 90-degree triangle we've made here. That'd be great because you're making lower lows and lower highs, but we could see a coil upwards, a coil. That's why I feel like we can see a coil upwards because the trend line is getting closer and closer to the bottom. So just knowing that, I have a lot of faith in Zbcn, and I don't want to read you this. I want to read you this by Zbcn, man. Right, shout out to Zbcn, man. He says, did a little breakdown of chances of Zbcn on 5 exchanges not currently listing it that could potentially list by end of year 2025. I personally believe we see that Coinbase listing before end of November, but could always be wrong. Top 5 exchanges not currently listed. We have Coinbase, these people that 65% chance. Binance, 50% chance. Robinhood, that'd be a great listing. If you get Robinhood, that'd be great. 45% chance. Gemini, 5% chance. Bitfinex, 25% chance. No, that's actually a good point. We are not listed on a lot of exchanges. You gotta understand that this token is not listed at a lot of places. Hold on, guys. As I was saying, this token is not listed on a lot of exchanges, right? So, to the fact that we were already in 332 million mark in market cap, that showed me strength and it showed me courageousness. Like, the holders are very courageous. We keep growing in holders. It's kind of went down a bit because of the sell-off, but I remember the holding was 87.3k. Now it's 87.28k. People are losing hope. A lot of people are selling their tokens, which I think that it's not a smart idea. Just knowing how far this coin can get, I will not be selling any tokens. I'll be staking, holding long term, and I'll wait on it like XRP. If it takes, like, do you know how XRP was like? Let me give you an example. So you know what I mean. Low, please. Okay, the example is this was all a waiting zone. You just had to wait for this to pop off. Even here, it had a little pump, but people didn't sell there. I only went to $1 double. But all of this was a waiting zone. From 2023 all the way to 2024, people were waiting on the price to go up, and it took around from here. Let's just start from here. 2022 to 2024, it was a 2-year wait. I don't mind waiting that long for Zebec to take off, because the more longer it takes to take off, the more ownership I have over it. The more ownership I have over one Zebec or Zebec by itself. Like, I'm not bothered about price action too heavy because it's a coin that I don't think will ever go to zero. They have too much backing behind it. They have too much string behind them. They have too much partners behind them, and every day they're active. Every day they have a new update, it seems like. So we can see if there's any more interesting stuff to read over here. Here's a breakdown of how every major partnership with Zebec could work once we reach clarity and ISO 22 deadline. ISO 2022 deadline. I may have left out some, and you're open to add. So we got Circle USDC rails go to ISO 222 tokens, native real-time payment cards, loads, settled in regulated stable coins across 190 countries with full swift clarity, transparency. We have Chainlink. Oracle feeds become ISO 222 tokens, compliant data streams, trigger instant payment flows from verified FX rate and payroll events in tamper-proof smart contracts. We got Ripple over here. Ripple. XRP liquidity pools plus ODL integrate ISO 222 tokens messaging and cross-border wages and remittances settle in 3 seconds with clarity level audit trails. That's what I mean. If we're going to partner with XRP, that would be fantastic because it will allow cross-border wages. We know XRP is going to be the king of cross-border payments, but Zbcn is a king of wages, of payroll. So if they can work something out on that one, that'd be great. Now it says uphold custody and 6% rewards auto report via ISO 222 tokens, direct deposits in Zbcn and XRP, hit clarity compliant wallets with real-time tax and AMA or AML login. I don't know what that is. I'll find out though. There's a lot of them to read. If you want to read this one, you can. They have Stella over here. What's Stella saying? XLM remittances upgrade to ISO 222 packets near zero cost. USDC payroll globally fully auditable under clarity. Wow. We have a lot of stuff. But I know I made a video kind of long. Sorry about that. I was just saying, like, if you get 400,000, that is a great amount. 400,000 is a great amount to have, because if you go to, let's say, 50 cents, that's obviously going to be 200,000, right? So 50 cents is 200,000, and 50 cents is around 45 million in market cap. 45 billion in market cap, sorry. 45 billion in market cap. So that could easily happen. It's just a matter of time when it takes place. So having said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was one for another one. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out with more content. See you soon. Peace.